Hey guys, Kirsty Snyder here. As you can tell, I don't have a voice, so I'm going to do my best to talk through things tonight. But here in about 10 minutes, Daniel, Daniel is going to be doing the teaching because obviously you cannot hear me. So if you're catching the replay on our playlist, hopefully you even hear that. If you're catching the replay on our playlist, please put replay in the comments below and then be intentionally present. Take pen to paper and be really on point tonight. No distractions. I'm going to let people in now. Okay. I sound crazy. And Daniel will be here. Daniel will be here in about 10 minutes. Oh, Nothing happened.
Good evening.
I'll say hi to you.
Howdy ho there, Kirsty. Hope you feel better. God bless you.
Hope you feel better, Christy.
Hello, Chrissy. Feel better.
Just wait for Daniel.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah,
Speedy
we
recovery.
yeah, we hear you. We can hear you.
Recovery.
Someone's going to be making 6-second no audio
Hello,
videos
Christy. I'm
for
here.
a week.
Short form videos.
Can everyone see me? Can everyone hear me?
Oh yeah.
All right, thank you.
Barely, Kirsty.
SHG is the place to be.
Kirsty, we can
We
barely
can
read
read it.
that small, and you're in a small frame right now.
Yeah, we've taken over. Our faces are taken over.
Okay.
Actually, Daniel's is.
Put your pin me. If you guys pin me, you can see me in a big screen. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh.
How do you pin you?
Just
Probably,
right click on the 3 dots on her
probably in
screen,
participants there.
and there's a pin option there.
Yep.
Howdy.
I am Nanda Kishore Deoprasad.
Well, I'll tell you what I did in my SHG biz today, Kirsty. I put up some videos and did the best that I can and kept a positive attitude. And I know my first sale is coming. This is Mike Smith in Buckeye, Arizona. So hi, everybody. Don't give up because I'm not. And I don't even have a sale yet. What?
It'll work.
What about the rest of you?
I've just started.
Well,
I've been watching training videos all day.
I recorded 5 videos earlier today.
Worked on videos today and posted them.
I'm working on my second video. I'm gonna do a couple more, but short form.
I did my 3 already.
Good
I'm working on
job.
my first.
I'm working on the videos, but I'm having a hard time editing them.
Who
You
said
know what?
that?
Definitely use CapCut. I highly recommend that.
I have it on
CapCut.
there, but it's not working the way it did in the videos training.
CapCut. Just follow the video directions exactly, even if you have to stop it and then do it. Like pause, then go do it, pause, and then go do it. That's how I did my first one. You will be able to do it.
Are you using CapCut on
Nice.
a PC or on a phone?
I'm using it on a phone.
Okay, it should work exactly as they say on the video.
I'll
It takes a
keep
minute to
going.
get used to it. Once you're used
I'll
to it,
keep
you're
going.
gonna love it.
All right, guys, what's going on? What's going on? Everybody fired up and excited here.
Daniel,
There he
how you
is.
doing?
What up, guys? What up? What up? What up? Everybody fired up?
Your furs.
Oh yeah.
All right, cool. Well, guys, appreciate you guys hanging out. And Kirsty, thanks so much for hanging out and holding the fort down. And unfortunately, she can't speak all too well. And she's really, even though she's smiling right now, I know she's really bummed out so that she couldn't be here to chime in and hang out and do all that good stuff. So, Kirsty, if you would, do me a favor and just make sure I got screen share access. So we'll be all good there. So I'm going to try to catch up on the chat here. So guys, before we get going, we're going to talk about something that is near and dear to my heart. This is something that I've been applying for many years. And it's something that I've taught on before, and it's something that we haven't really talked about here, and it's something called the power of one. Okay. And I'm going to explain what that is. I'm going to explain how you guys can kind of use that, how you guys can tap into that. But this is something that, and also guys, just make sure to please don't touch the share screen because we don't want to mess anything up. So I'm going to do that. And also make sure you guys keep your mics muted. I can still hear some noise. So please do me a favor and just keep your mics muted. So that way we only have one person talking here. So now, why we're talking about what we're going to talk about tonight is really important because as we look out over to 2023, I want you guys to realize this. 2023 is going to be here before you know it. It's, we're coming up on the holidays. Obviously, this week is Thanksgiving. Christmas is going to be here before you know it. And then New Year's is going to be here before you know it. And typically what happens is everyone gets to that little window, right? That little window between Christmas and New Year's. And then you get closer to New Year's and everyone's like, oh crap, I don't have any New Year's resolutions. Oh, let me just whip something out. And you guys know what it's like, oh, I want to lose 15 pounds. I want to go to the gym more. I want to spend more time with my family. I want to make 10K a month. And everyone just has these cliche, boring as heck, same old goals that come and go every single year. And does anyone actually accomplish those goals? No. Because why? Because there isn't a lot of thought. There isn't a lot of effort. There isn't a lot of, emphasis put into those goals. They're literally whipped up usually at the last minute and no one takes them serious. And they just, there isn't a plan in place. Okay. So before we share my screen, before I kind of get into what we're going to get into now and really start talking about the power of one, I want to ask you guys, how many goals, how many of you, we'll just do a yes or no right now. Okay. How many of you guys have goals already written down on paper, like you actually put some thought and you wrote a goal down for 2023 and you put it on paper? If you do, comment yes. If you don't, comment no. And be honest, if you haven't, like, don't lie and say that you do when you don't. Like, just be real. If you don't, comment no. If you do, comment yes. All right. Good amount of yeses too. Also a good amount of no's. All right, good. Now, here's another question for you. How many of you guys, how many goals do you actually have currently written down? And these could be financial, they could be physical, they could be spiritual, they could be, whatever it is. How many goals do you guys have currently? So just plop that in there. 2, 1, 11, 4, 3, 1, 10. Okay. 0, no worries. Again, guys, do me a favor, please mute your mics. Still getting some background noise here. So 3, 5, 2. Okay. Now, realistic question. Can you effectively, give me a yes or a no, okay? Can you effectively go after, if, let's say the average amount of goals I'm seeing is about 4 to 5, right? Can you effectively go after all 4 to 5 goals at the same time? Yes or no? Okay. All right. So anyone think that they can? Because most of you guys are saying no. There's a couple of yeses in there. So can you effectively, and the key word is being effective. Can you effectively go after all your goals at the same time? All right. So here's what we're going to talk about today. And this is where the power of one comes into play. Okay. So that's literally what we're going to be talking about. And don't worry, guys, we're going to give you access to this. And oh, by the way, this is very, very important. Down at the end of tonight, okay, and this is why it's important that you guys stick around and watch this entire webinar, watch this entire training. At the end of tonight, we have a gift for you. It's a Black Friday special, a Black Friday promo, a Black Friday gift. And what happens around Black Friday, guys? Everyone wants you to pull out your credit card and buy something, right? Everybody wants you guys. Everybody wants your money. Fair statement, right? Everybody wants your money around Black Friday, right? So here's what we're going to do. At the end of tonight, we're going to give you something awesome, absolutely free. How's that sound? You guys fired up for that? Comment fired up. You guys are excited for that. I know I'm fired up. I'm super excited because wait till you see what it is. And yeah, we're going to give you guys access to that at the end of tonight. Okay. And that's our gift to you. That's just our gift to you as we look out over, the close of this year, the close of the Savings Highway contest leading up till the end of December, as we look out into 2023, as we talk about awesomeness, as our team continues to build and grow every single day and just continues to be awesome. We wanted to give you guys just something super awesome. Okay. So, and we didn't want to have to charge you a dime for it. So hope you guys like that. So the power one, here's what it is. And there's a lot of information on the sheet, guys. And I'm going to kind of reference some of this stuff. I'm not going to go through this line by line, but I just want to kind of keep this up here with some examples. Okay. So let's talk reality. Now, some of you guys said that you guys have, 4 goals, 8 goals, 10 goals, whatever it is. So what I want you guys to do, for everyone that commented multiple goals, and we're going to use one as an example. I'll probably isolate one of you guys. Maybe we'll do 2 or 3 different examples. Okay. What I want you guys to do, everyone that commented more than one goal that you guys have written down, what I want you guys to do right now is I want you to think of those multiple goals that you have, what is one goal that will help you hit one or more of the other goals? So let me give you an example. And once you guys think of that, once you guys come up with that goal, what I want you to do is I want you to comment your goal. I want you to drop a comment and let me know what that goal specifically is. Okay. So as an example, if I wanted to, here's an example. If I wanted to pay off student loans, if I wanted to pay off the car payment that we have on our car, if I wanted to pay off all of our credit card debt, if I wanted to go on a family vacation, these were all different goals, right? and I had another goal that was make $45,000 a month, would that $45,000 a month help me do the other things? Would that help me pay off the student loan? Would that help me pay off the note on the car? Would that help me take the family on a vacation? Answer to that is yes, it would, right? So let me go through and see what we got. So again, that was just an example, okay? That was just an example, right? Guys, I want you guys to hone in on being specific, okay? So Hugh, perfect example, like make more money per month, right? But what is that? What's that number? If you don't know what you're reaching for, you're never going to get it, right? You got to be really, really specific. So Montana says stems down to finances. Again, what specifically is that goal? Isabella, 45,000 a month. Good. So Simon, cash flow. Okay, good. Be specific. How much cash flow, right? Haley says reaching director. Okay, cool. What else do we have in here? Reaching director before the end of the year for SHG. Okay, good. Get out of stupid debt, generate $500 a month, $5,000 a month, Morgan. All right, so cool. We're dialing it in. So as an example, Morgan, 5,000 a month, right? When do you want to hit that? Specifically, when do you want to hit that? Okay, be really, really specific. Okay. So Kelly, again, replace your husband's income. When do you want that to happen? Be really, really specific. Okay. The more specific you guys can be, the easier it's going to be. So Jamie, hit executive again. When? You guys are commenting a lot of great stuff, but when are you going to do that? A strong YouTube channel. Okay. What defines strong? Again, be specific with that. What defines strong? How many subscribers? Like how many subscribers do you want? When do you want to hit that? What does that look like to you? Okay. So I'm trying to keep up with these comments. You guys keep pouring them in here. So, all right. So I'm going to pick one example here. Okay. So Bob, right? Bob Natali, did I say that right? Bob Natali. Hopefully I said that right. $5,000 a month by June 2023. Great goal. Very realistic. Okay. So Bob, do me a favor. Did you have multiple goals, Bob? Did you have more than one goal? If so, if you can comment what some of those other goals are, that would be super cool. Okay. And I'm doing my best to keep up with these comments, guys. You're coming in like super quick and I'm trying to read each one. Okay. So as an example, Bob has a goal of $5,000 a month, right? So, and he wants to do that by June. Now that is very, very, very reasonable. We've actually had multiple people here on our team that have already done that, or already accomplished that. Okay. So that is very, very possible. Okay. So, all right, good. You guys are being more specific with your comments. So as an example, if you want to hit 5K a month, which is basically like 7 months out from now, right? And you know that 5K a month is going to help you hit multiple other things. Okay. So if some of those other goals, in Bob's case, if some of those other goals were financially driven, spend more time with family. Okay. Bob says I'm brand new, related to getting training. Okay, good. So in other words, if there were other things attached to that, right? Like pay off a student loan, the examples that I gave, pay off a student loan, pay off your car, if you're paying for a car, pay off any credit card debt that you have, all that sort of stuff. You can tie that directly into one specific thing. So instead of trying to hit multiple goals, having multiple things all written down, okay, it's important to have goals written down for sure. But what I want to get you to start thinking about is, what is one specific thing out of all your goals? What is one specific goal that is going to help you hit all of your other goals? Okay. So in Bob's case, once we've identified what that goal is, okay, and in this case, we're going to use his example of $5,000 a month by June, okay, which is 7 months away, which is very, 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 very doable. Okay. One thing we have to look at is, and one thing that you have to look at in this specific example is, if we're going to hit $5,000 a month, 7 months from now, you got to figure out where you are now. In order for this to be real, you got to figure out where you are now, right? So the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take this goal, whatever your goal is, and you're going to put it into SMART goal format. Now, if you guys know what SMART goal format is, comment the word SMART if you guys know what this is. Okay. And Kirsty, thank you for putting that on there. Helps me from having to get in there and type it out, right? So if you guys know what SMART goal format is, just comment the word SMART. If you guys don't know what it is, comment no, okay? Just comment no if you guys don't know what it is. That's fine. We got a couple no's and we got a lot of yeses. We got a lot of smarts in there, okay? So here's what it is. A SMART goal, and this is how I want you guys to start thinking about and writing down your goals. Now, realistically, let me backtrack here for a second. If you don't have goals written down yet for 2023, you really want to start writing things down. You want to start generating some ideas. You want to start thinking of these things over the course of the next couple of weeks. And I would do that sooner than later. So for me, as an example, this notebook right here, okay, this notebook does not leave my side. This is literally within reach. No matter where I am in the house, no matter where I go, if I travel, this comes with me. This notebook is always near me. It's always within arm's reach. Now, why is that? If anyone knows Jim Rohn always used to say, and he's a very, like one of the best, greatest network marketing business coaches, trainers ever, right? And he always says, learn to think on paper. Okay. Everyone comment that right now. Learn to think on paper. Okay. Would you guys do that? Comment that. So what I want you guys to start doing over the next couple of weeks is you don't need to come up with a really clear-cut defined goal. Like all of a sudden, it's just going to hit you. What we're doing is as you look out into 2023, start writing down ideas. Just take out your pen, your little clicky, right? And then you click your pen. I like clicky pens. And you just write down tropical vacation. Now, it might not be specific. It might not be in SMART goal format. You might not be there yet. But if it comes to you, write it down. If you want to pay off some debt, write it down. If you want to spend more time with family, write it down. Whatever it is that you want to accomplish, just start jotting ideas down. Okay. And then the more ideas you write down, the more the flow is going to start to happen. And then over the next couple of weeks, as you can start taking those goals, you can start taking those ideas and you're going to start putting them into SMART goal format. Okay. So great point there. Kirsty says, think in pictures, right? So think in actual images. So the more you write down, the more it becomes reality, right? So that's why you learn to think on paper. Okay. So let's take a SMART goal. Let's take Bob's goal, and your goal needs to fall into the category of being a SMART goal. These 5 specific things. So Bob said $5,000 a month by June of 2023. So here's what SMART stands for, okay? S is specific, okay? Your goal needs to be specific, right? M, it needs to be measurable, okay? It needs to be measurable. A, it needs to be attainable, okay? Make sure your goal is attainable, like you can actually hit it, right? R is realistic, okay? Got to be realistic. And then T is time-bound. So if we take a goal, and the goal here, the example is $5,000 a month by June of 2023, is that specific? Yes or no? Is that specific? Yeah, that is. Is it measurable? Can you measure out between now and June of 2023? Is that measurable? Okay, the answer to that is yes. Is it attainable? Okay, is it attainable? So, and this is really like a lot of us, of course, we're going to say, yeah. Now, is it attainable for you? Is it attainable for Bob? Can he do that, right? R, is it realistic, right? Or is it like a total pipe dream? I want to make $1 million a month by June, right? Would that be realistic and attainable? Probably not. But $5K a month, that's very realistic, right? Is it time bound? Do you actually have, a timeline? Okay. So the answer to all of those that fall into SMART goal format? Yes. And then what you would basically want to do is put it into some form of sentence. You know, I will hit, and you write it down and it becomes real. I will hit $5,000 a month in savings highway income by, I would even drill it down and say June 1st, you know, put a date on it, June 1st of 2023, right? There's your SMART goal. Boom. And becomes real, right? So now what you got to do, now what we're going to do, okay, is we're going to reverse engineer that back. Okay. We're going to reverse engineer that back. And this is where it gets real. Okay. So as an example, if you want to be at 5,000 a month, and you guys can work this out we're going to work this out together, right? If you want to be at 5,000 a month by June, where do you think you should be in May, right? If you want to hit 5,000 a month in June, where do you think you should be in May, realistically? Okay. So yeah, just like Kirsty's typing on the screen right there, think from the end result, right? So 5K a month is the goal in June. Where do you think we should be in May? 2,500 too low. 4,000. I would realistically say you probably want to be about 4,500. Okay. You probably want to be about 4,500. Okay. So let's say now we're in May, right? So let's go back a month. Let's go back to April. Where do you want to be in April? Where realistically do you think we should be in April? If we're going to be around 4,500 a month in May, where are we going to be in April, right? Probably around 3,800 a month, around $4,000, somewhere around there. Okay. Let's go back a little bit further. So let's go, okay. So we're in April now, let's go back to March. So let's just say anywhere between $3,000 to 3,500 in March. Okay. Now let's go back a little bit further. Let's go back to February, probably about 2,500 a month or so, 2,500 to $3,000 a month in February. Let's go back to January. Okay. So we're going to go back to about $2,000 a month in January, maybe 1,500 to $2,000 a month in January. Let's go back to December. So December, anywhere between $500 to $1,500 a month in December. Okay. Now let's take that back to where we are right now. Okay. So if we're at ground zero, now what we've done is we've given ourselves a step ladder. Okay. What we're not going to try to do is we're not going to try to go from zero today. And I don't know where Bob is, right? Bob could be, have his first couple sales. Bob could not have his first couple sales. Okay. If you're starting at ground zero, that is perfectly fine. Is that a realistic goal? Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, we've already had multiple people on our team hit that number. Okay. So it's possible. Like, can't argue it, can't debate it. Proof is already in the pudding. Numbers don't lie. We've already had multiple people on our team hit 5K in less time. So it is possible. Okay. So for everyone that's like, well, I don't know if I can do it, like, too bad. Can't debate it. We've already done it, right? It's possible. You just got to get out there and put in the work. But the reality is you got to staircase it back. Okay. You got to staircase it back. Now, if we know realistically, okay, if realistically, I'll see if, Morgan, I'll see if I can do some Kirsty impressions, right? I don't know, maybe you know what? I'm just not going to bother because I'll just gonna make an ass of myself. We know that if we step it back, right? If we step it back, we know that next month's goal, right? We're looking out, we're still in November. Okay. Still got a week and change left here in November. And we look out and we know that we want to get to, like, let's say realistically we want to make about $1,000. Want to make about $1,000 in the month of December. So now let's go back to where we are now. And we got to ask ourselves, what is it going to take? And you guys answer this. What is it going to take to hit $1,000? So let's do some math. How many titaniums do I personally need to sponsor to hit $1,000? Okay. How many titaniums? $100 per commission for a titanium fast start, right? Some of you guys are just spitting random numbers out there. This is old school math, baby. Don't use the new math. Because then you'll be like, oh, 7. No, it's 10. Let's use the old math. Okay. Yeah, the new math is hard, man. It doesn't make sense. 2 + 2 = 17. So, okay. So to get to titanium, to get to $1,000 in income, that's 10 titaniums. Okay. So reality. Now let's ask ourselves reality, right? If you haven't sponsored anyone yet, can you sponsor 10 titaniums in a month? Let me just, before anyone thinks about commenting the word no, the answer is yes, you absolutely can. That is beyond doable. And again, proof is in the pudding. We've had multiple people sponsor 10 or more titaniums in a month. Multiple. Can't debate it. Can't argue it. Okay. So yes, you absolutely can do that. All right. So if it's going to take you that, okay, if it's going to take you 10 titaniums to get to that, all right. Here's, you sent me a video. I hope you don't think I can watch that right now. But the point is this, guys. Okay. Now we know what it's going to take, but that's just one example. You could also get there multiple other ways. And what I want you guys to think about is what other combinations of ways can you get to $1,000? Okay. So it could be 10 titaniums. You could have a combination of golds, platinums, titaniums. And here's where it gets really cool. You could also, let's say you bring in a titanium and they turn around. You guys know what the bonus plan is, right? You guys know what the compensation plan is, right? If you help, and here's what we didn't even talk about. If you go sponsor 2 titaniums, how much bonus money do you get? Ready for this? How many know this answer? If you sponsor 2 titaniums, how much bonus money do you get? A lot of you guys are making up money, making up numbers. So 50, you get a $50 bonus. You sponsor 2 titaniums, you get a $50 bonus. So you get $250 for every 2 titaniums. So if you do the math, who can actually do this math? If you actually sponsored 10 titaniums, how much in bonus money would that be? How much extra bonus money would that be? So it actually, it doesn't take 10. It could actually take less than 10, right? So there's a bunch of different ways to look at this. And of course, if any of your titaniums get out there and start sponsoring, you're going to earn commissions from them as well. So now what we got to think is, okay, if I know in the month of December, how am I going to get, now let's break it down. We got it by the month, right? We know we want to sponsor, let's just say 8, right? Let's use a round number. We'll say 8 to 10, right? Because 8 to 10 plus the bonus money will hit you at $1,000. That'll get to your $1,000 goal in the month of December. Okay. Now let's break it down by week. Okay. So if I want to do 8 to 10 in the course of 4 weeks, how many titaniums per week do I need? Okay. How many titaniums per week, right? So 2 to 3 titaniums a week, right? That'll get us to our goal. Okay. So now when you look out over the course of 7 days, think about this. When you look out over the course of 7 days, does that big long-term goal seem as daunting? Does it seem as challenging as when you look out over like a few days? If you say to yourself, hey, my goal this week is to get 2 titaniums. Now you got to say, okay, what does it take to generate 1 titanium? What does it take to generate 1 sale? And now you can look down to over the course of 7 days, what do I got to do this week to go generate 1 sale and then a 2nd sale? Okay. What effort do I got to put in right now that I can go focus on? So what we're going to do and what you guys need to think about doing is you have a financial goal. And that one specific financial goal, this is where the power of one comes into play. That one specific financial goal, and let's say in this case, Bob's case, it's $5,000 a month. And that $5,000 a month is going to help you accomplish a lot of your other things. Now, what we're going to do is you got your goal, you reverse engineered it back, you figured out where you roughly, you know, this isn't a perfect process. We figured out roughly where you want to be per month, where you need to be. We staircased it back. Okay. And we're back into present day. Now what we're going to do is we're going to tie a process to the goal. We're going to go tie an actual actionable process to the goal. Does that make sense? Okay. Because we can think and we can manifest and we can hope and we can pray and we can do all that fun stuff all day long. But if we don't have any action tied to that goal, we're never going to hit it, right? So now we need to go find a process or series of processes that we can do that are focused on that one specific goal, okay? And that short-term goal, now we've taken a long-term goal, we've broken it down and turned it into a short-term goal. Our goal this week is to go get 2 titaniums. That's it, okay? What process can I go do that's going to help me hit that goal? Well, as an example, I could come over here to the Funnel Team training site. I could go through the Fast Start guide, right? I can go through the Fast Start guide and I can get out there and I can start doing this. As a matter of fact, a great way to do that, in the taking action section, we talk about posting your first 5 videos in your first 24 hours. Okay. 5 pieces of content in your first 24 hours. Okay. So I would go do that and I would go replicate that. Okay. I would go do that and I would go replicate that and I would go get that ball rolling and I would go model and clone what other folks are doing, like Kirsty, like Catherine, like Montana, like myself, like Philip, okay, like a lot of other folks that are getting out there and rocking it and crushing it and taking action. And I would get out there and I would go focus on those 2 titaniums. And I would tie that process to getting out there and creating pieces of content and going after that. Okay. And that is your focus. That is, you know, are you going to hit 5K a month next month? I mean, you could, but realistically, you can look out over the course of the next 6-7 months. You could have a big long-term goal. You break it all the way back. You staircase it all the way back to one specific set of activities, a process that you can tie to that goal. Okay. And we call this, guys, we call this the power of one. It's literally being able to focus on one specific thing. So you're not running around, you're not trying to hit 6 goals all at once. And what I would even do, okay, what I would even do is you can have all your goals written down. You know, you can have, you know, again, just examples here. You can write down, pay off student loans, pay off debt, pay off my car, pay off my credit cards, you know, whatever that is. You can have all that stuff written down, but the one goal that you're going after, and again, remember, part of the exercise here, okay, part of the exercise is to focus on one specific goal that's going to help you achieve all of your other goals. Okay. So rather than trying to hit multiple things at once, you're focused on one specific thing. And I would go so far as to have that one specific goal. So let's take Bob's example here. And it's 5K a month by June. We'll just say June 1st, 2023. I would take that goal. I would not only write it down, I would also write it down again, and I would post that right here on my wall in front of me. Okay. And this is really the power of manifestation, right? I would post that right in front of me. So that is, you have a very singular, very linear, very process-driven activity and process and focus that you're looking at every single day. And you're not getting distracted by the other goals that you have. You're literally focused on one specific thing. And it just makes it so much easier to start going after that. Okay. And to start, and it's so much easier to focus on one goal and one process than it is trying to hit multiple things at once. Okay. So the ultimate focus here, guys, is looking at the Power One, being able to break it all the way down to a process that you can tie to your goal. Your goal is in SMART goal format. It's specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, it's achievable, all of those things, right? Now, let's be real. 100%, it is okay. And I can tell you this from experience. I'll give you a real life story here. It's okay to make adjustments to your goal. Okay. It's not okay to give up on your goal because you made it too big, or you made it so far out there that it got you so discouraged and so distracted that you just gave up altogether. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen multiple times. People come out and they're like, I want to make 50K a month by, February. And it's like, well, how much are you making now? Well, I haven't made $1 yet. Well, guess what? You're most likely not going to hit that, right? Okay. So you got to be realistic. And that's where the SMART goal, the attainable and the realistic come into play. Okay. But it is 100% okay to make adjustments to your goal. Okay. So I'll give you an example. A couple years ago, I was in another opportunity and things were pumping. Things were like, going really, really good. I was getting multiple sales per day. And I had a series of affirmations that I was saying. And I really wanted to push it and I wanted to go for it. And I was getting about 3 to 4, sometimes 5 sales a day. Occasionally I would hit 6 or 7, right? Personal sales per day, right? So yeah, Kirsty says it's compounding your habit of believing in you and your goal. That doesn't happen overnight. It's not microwave mentality, 100%. So I changed my affirmation and I changed my goal, right? And I started affirming, I started saying a daily affirmation saying, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm personally sponsoring over 7 people per day. And I kept saying that and I wrote it down. I said it and I said it and I said it. And what happened was every single day I was falling short of my goal. I kept missing my goal. And what that ended up doing for me, okay, what that ended up doing is I started to get discouraged. I started to feel down. I'm like, man, like, why aren't I hitting 7 sales a day? Why aren't I, hitting that goal? It brought me down every day. At the end of the day, I would just look at my sales for the day and it brought me down and I felt discouraged. I'm like, damn it. Like, what is going on? So instead of just giving up, instead of stopping, I adjusted my goal. I adjusted my affirmation that I was saying, and I just went from 7 to 5. And then I rewrote down my goal. I crossed my goal out and I rewrote it down. And I said, by this day, I want to be at 5 sales a day. And the reason why for me, that was too big of a step. And this is where I want you guys to think about is if I was making about 3 to 4 sales a day, I went from 3 to 4 sales a day and I set a goal of 7 sales a day. So I literally more than doubled my sales per day. And if we're talking percentages, I'm a numbers guy, I'm a data guy, like a 50% increase in sales when you're doing the same process that we were talking about, you're doing the same daily activities. Is that realistic? So if we look in SMART goal format, was that realistic to double my sales, in a very short amount of time? No, it wasn't, right? And that was leaving me discouraged. So I adjusted my goal. And I'll tell you what, I adjusted my goal. I rewrote it down. I changed my affirmation. And then over the course of the next couple of weeks, I started to hit that goal because I went in a smaller increment. I started to feel better. I started to be happier. I started to, feel better about what I was doing. And it just made the process easier. So you can make adjustments to your goal. It's 100% okay. Just make sure that you keep them in SMART goal format, keep them, attainable, keep them realistic. Okay. Just be sure, right, to keep it there and make those adjustments. Okay. Kirsty's saying, I'm kind of, her spokesperson now as well. So she says a person who makes 50K a year isn't thinking thoughts of making 50K a month. It's the XY vibration that causes the chaos, right? So bring the goal closer to you be okay to adjust and give yourself some grace. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Huey says 200%. So just know, guys, that it's 100% okay to make those adjustments. All right. And like I've had to do it, and trust me, I have big, huge, lofty goals, right? Big, huge, lofty goals. Okay. So anyway, guys, I hope this is making sense. So what I really want you guys to get out of this, to take away from this, we have a lot of goals. And that's why I asked in the very beginning, how many goals do you guys have? And some of you guys are like 1, 2, 5, 10, 12, saw some big numbers in there, right? So think about, and we're going to break it down. We're going to recap it real quick. Okay. So think about one specific goal out of all the goals that you have. Think about one specific goals that you have that will help you hit all of your other goals. Once you've identified, and if you don't have that right now, that's totally okay. It's totally fine. All right. If you don't have that right now, it's okay, but start the process now. Start the process and just don't wait until New Year's Eve to be like, oh crap, I don't have any goals for this year. And then you just come up with these lame, boring goals, right? That everybody else does. Start that process now. Think of different goals that you want, and then hone in and focus on one specific goal that is going to help you hit all those other goals. Make sure that is in SMART goal format. You guys have the document right here. I'm going to share this link with you in a minute. Okay. You have one specific goal that you got a timestamp on that. Okay. So Jamie says, pay off the Durango. Cool. When is that going to happen? How much money is it going to take to pay that puppy off? When are you going to do that? So let's say hypothetically that's July, right? Now we're going to reverse engineer that back. Where do you want to be in June? Where do you want to be in May? Where do you want to be in April, March, February, January, all the way back to today? Now what we're going to do, now that you've broken that down and you've staircased it back, you're going to attach a process. Okay. If I know I need 2 titaniums this week, what process can I go act upon that's going to help me get 2 titaniums this week? Okay. That's your focus, not $5,000 a month. Yes, that's out there. It's part of your goal. You got it written down. You got it in front of you, right? It's out there. But what's your focus right now? What's your focus today? What's your focus this week? 2 titaniums. My focus is 2 titaniums this week. My focus is literally going after it as hard as I can and putting in the process. Okay. Putting in the process to go get those 2 titaniums and the action required to do that. Okay. That's what we're focusing on. That's the power of one, drilling it all the way down to a process, a daily process that you can hone your focus on. Keep your goals very singular, very linear. Okay. So you're not spreading yourself out like butter on toast and you're trying to do too many things at once. This also, guys, by the way, this also ties directly in to trying to promote multiple things at once. Like I know some of you guys do. I mean, I see your Facebook timelines. It looks like Las Vegas, one day you're promoting this, the next day you're promoting that, the next day you're promoting this, spreading yourself out like butter on toast, man. Are you going to be able to hit all your goals? You probably have multiple goals too. Are you going to be able to hit multiple goals by promoting multiple things all at the same time? Honest answer, probably not, right? And this is why we're talking about one, power of one, baby, linear, singular focus. And it just makes it easy to go after the bigger nuggets when you break it all down. Okay. So you guys have this sheet here. I'm going to share this sheet with you here in just a second. Now, the first thing I'm going to do, wrong folder. I need to be over here. No, I need to be, where the heck do I need to be? I need to be back over here. That's Kirsty's information. Give me 1 second here. Go back over here. Boom, boom, boom. Give me 5 seconds, guys. Man, you guys are going to like this. You guys are going to like this. Okay. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to copy this. Boom. Pow. I'm going to come back over here to our document. And I'm going to go down here. Okay. Right here where it says Black Friday gift. Everybody see that? Guys, just wait for it. Just wait for it. Okay. I'm going to do that and I'm going to pop a link in there. I got too much Zoom info in the way here. Okay. Boom. All right, there we go. I think I linked that up. All right, good. I linked that up. All right, there we go. So, Kirsty's beating me to the punch. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys access to this specific document right here. So obviously you guys can take this with you and hold it and love it. And all right, there you go. So Kirsty just dropped that in there. Good, good, good. So now what's going to happen? Okay, what's going to happen when you guys, obviously you guys can take this and use it. What's going to happen when you guys click on this? This is your Black Friday gift, guys. This is your Black Friday gift for you guys. And this is your clonable content. Okay, so you got to see right here where it's text bubbles and this is talking. So we've broken this down into two categories. Now, before you guys go taking all of this short form content right here and using it, Kirsty, thank you, put together an awesome document right here. Make sure you guys actually read this. Okay, and I'm not going to read it line for line. You guys can go check this out, but there's some really great information on here that ties directly into the content that we're giving you. And super, 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 super huge shout out to a lot of your peers and team members that are here on this call tonight, guys. There's a lot of great videos in here. There's videos in here from Jamie. There's videos in here from Roy, from Jason, from Kirsty, from Catherine, and many, many others all throughout the week. We're going to be adding even more content. But guys, look at all these videos. These are all trending videos right now that are getting lots and lots and thousands of views, okay, out there in the world of social media, okay? Some of these are talking videos, and there's a lot of non-speaking videos in here for those of you guys that don't want to talk. There's plenty of those in here. We got videos in here from Ari as well. So just super, super, super huge shout out to our team because they're awesome. They're amazing. We reached out to a few folks and said, hey, you know, we're going to put together this thing. You want to help with that? And they're like, yes, absolutely. So we got some great content that you like. Think about this. And here's one of the main reasons, like, guys, why we did this is we all know that Thanksgiving, Black Friday can be a very, very busy time. You might be out there with your family. Maybe you're going shopping, you're doing whatever. So we don't want you guys to have to think about, number one, pulling out your credit card and, you know, buying. You know, we're not saying like, hey, everyone, if you're not titanium, go titanium, Black Friday only, and, you know, get blah, 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 blah. Like, we're not doing that. Put your credit cards away, right? But we're going into what, you know, potentially for folks that like to shop and Christmas shop and do all that other stuff, busy time of year, busy family time. Here's a great opportunity to take some videos that are already pre-done for you. You literally have to just, like, you know, we'll just pull up one of Jason's videos right here, right? And you can literally just go see what he says on there, go record yourself sitting in front of your computer or whatever it is, and just go clone and copy that. It just makes it so easy to get out there and create content. And you guys can set up through Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Cyber Monday, whatever it is. You guys can go clone and put out 4 to 5 pieces of content per day. And it's all done here for you. It's just even more content that you guys can go rock and crush, right? So boom, there you go. So Kirsty's saying it's not about the income. Some have that, but that's not the point. So yeah, please read and understand that document. So again, I'll just pull that up so you guys can see that right there. Okay. So make sure before you guys go using any of that clonable content, okay, please, please, please go through and read this. There's some really, really great information in here, some tips on how to get the most out of that. Okay. Again, you know, following the formula, all that stuff. There's additional bonuses. There's like bonuses upon bonuses upon bonuses with everything that we're giving you guys tonight. So there you go. There you go, my friends. That is the gist of what we got for you. So I hope you guys got value from the power of one. I hope you guys got value from what we talked about. I hope you guys are fired up for taking some of that content and getting out there and going use it. And like we said, put the credit cards away, man. We're not asking for any more money. You guys can just get out there and go crush that. But the whole point is we're coming up on a busy time of year. Take that content, use it to your advantage. Please use that to your advantage and, get out there and go crush it and set up like what I'm going to do. I'm going to utilize tomorrow because, I'm traveling with family on Thursday. I'm going down to my parents' house. So I'm going to be traveling, having drinks, eating, all that good sort of stuff. Am I going to be focused on filming content and working that day? No, not really. Am I going to check in occasionally? Sure. But what I'm going to be focused on tomorrow is queuing up videos to go out on Thanksgiving, queuing up videos to go out on Black Friday. So I don't have to worry about all that stuff. So we've done the work for you, Catherine, Ari, Kirsty, Jamie, whoever else is in there. I don't have all the names, have done the work for you. Just literally go clone it, queue up some content, get that out there and get out there and go grow and crush your business. So that is that, my friends. Going to open up real quick for questions, guys. Any questions on what we covered tonight? Okay. Any questions on what we covered tonight? Power One, any of that sort of stuff. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Hopefully you guys understand that, you don't have to spread yourself out like, butter on toast. You guys can really hone in and focus. And that's, for me, over the last few years, that is really what's helped me accomplish some really great things, is getting really singular with my thoughts, really singular with my focus. And even trust me, ask Kirsty. You can ask Kirsty, you can ask Bill. Sometimes they'll reach out to me and they're like, hey, what do you think about XYZ? What do you think about this? And I'm like, I'm not even having that conversation right now. I'm only focused on this, so it happens. I'll have people reach out to me and they'll say, hey, what about this? What about this? Can you answer my question on this? And I'll just say, nope, I'm in the back cave. I'm focused on, one thing right now. I'm focused on this right now. And I don't get pulled into 19 other things, because you keep your focus linear, you keep it singular, and that's going to help you get to where you're trying to go. Okay. So Everson's saying, where do we get the Google Doc? Yep. Boom. There you beat me to the punch. Boom, boom, boom. Awesome. If there's any other questions, I don't see any other questions. All right, Tim, we just posted that. Cool. All right, guys. I don't see any questions. So good stuff. Yeah, Kirsty says, thank you all for coming. Please read the doc and snag your bonuses. There you go. Kirsty, thank you so much for putting that together for us. Thank you for everyone else that collaborated and put some videos in there. Again, Ari, Jamie, Catherine, Jason, everybody else that helped lend in some videos. I'll be putting some videos in there. Obviously, Kirsty has some videos in there. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys being here, and just have a happy, fun, awesome, safe Thanksgiving, everybody, and get out there and just go crush it, man. This is a great time of year. Don't rule out December, guys. It is one of the best times of the year. Trust me when I say that. It is an absolutely amazing time. People are looking for a great opportunity. So get out there. Let's go crush it. Appreciate you guys. And we will see you guys real soon. By the way, Kirsty's sharing her screen. By the way, guys, a couple things. Make sure that you guys, Kirsty, I don't know if you're going to be sharing the post link. Make sure that you guys go, obviously, to that post that Kirsty has shared there. You guys drop your comments of what specific value did you get from tonight's training? And also realize, guys, we will not be doing a Focus Friday. This coming Friday, guys, we will not be doing a Focus Friday. So just letting you guys know now, we will send out a team email. So you guys will see that. We will be posting something for you guys on Friday, but we will not be going live and doing a Focus Friday. So we're going to be hanging out with family and enjoying the holiday. So just wanted to let you guys know, but Kirsty just dropped the link. So make sure you guys go to that post and drop what nuggets of value you guys got from tonight's training. So that is it, my friends. That is it. Have an awesome night. Catch you guys soon. Get out there, go rock it, go crush it, and have a happy Thanksgiving. Talk soon.